Did you see
You're
Did you see
lucky.
the innuendo in it too?
Yes, little boots. Fucking good. Yeah. Let me get. I'll even get Skeppy bot out on this one. Why not?
I figured that was. I couldn't think of anything super snappy at
Oh,
that
it's
very
good.
second. I was like, oh, boots.
It's good. Oh my gosh.
Fuck.
Rebel will get us into the background of why the title is Boycott Cute Winter Boots. Once we get, people start trickling in a little bit, I think he can give us a good background on it.
All the fun that I missed, apparently. I was here, but I wasn't here.
You were like around.
Well, I had a computer update or whatever, and I was like, fuck, I'm going to get on early and make sure I test everything. And then I saw Rebel, but he was like deafened out and all this other shit. And I was like, all right. So then I hopped in with Justin, or I texted him. I'm like, hey, I know you're hidden. Fucking drag me. And he was like, what? I was like, I need to test my shit out. So I go in there for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Make sure it's all good to go. And then I was like, all right, bye. And then I just hopped back in here and just muted and went and did my thing.
Yeah, I got on early just to make sure I looked good on camera.
Well, we took a shower and shit, but I bought a new razor. I bought one of those like single blade, like
going back
safety
to old
razors.
school.
Oh, dude, it's so fucking nice. That thing is amazing. I love it. So it just takes a little longer to shave, and I was like, I need to take a shower anyway. I'll just go knock it out.
You need to get you a straight
no
razor.
scruffles.
I'm all
Straight
about
razor's the
shaving in the most fast and efficient way as possible. That's it.
What I like about
straight
that
razor is pretty fast. The thing's that friggin' long. I mean, couple swipes each cheek, you're done.
Yeah.
Well, those safety razors though, like it's a learning curve. It really is, because it doesn't flex.
Yeah.
And I've shaved with it a couple times now or whatever, and I'm getting to where it's fairly quick, but it feels so much better.
Are you
Like
talking
I
about
have
the ones
zero irritation.
put the blades in?
Yeah, the actual straight
single
razor blades.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Those are.
Do they get clogged up easily?
No, not at all. I've had zero clogging.
Do you put them in
issues.
Do you put them in the slot in the back of your medicine cabinet when you're done with the blade?
What?
They don't have that anymore.
Oh yeah, they don't have that anymore.
Oh. You guys know that shit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where the razor blades went. Apparently. Into the wall.
Yep.
I have a bunch of them because I have a straight razor that you can fold the blades in half and break them in half, and then put the end of the straight razor and use it.
Yeah, I when did I didn't know that was what that shit was for back in like years ago. Someone told me that shit. Like, what?
Okay, Mom. Hope the day gets better.
Going back to sleep while it's a real bad day. Yeah. Man.
Love you.
Mm-hmm. We
Yeah.
You want to get into why we're boycotting cute winter boots?
It's the dumbest thing.
No, it's there. You could look at it. You could search it up on YouTube. It pops up, man. TikTok trending thing that they're trying to do.
What it is the radical left are trying to use code words, and the code word is cute winter boots to start a revolt and a revolution against this current administration. And the cute winter boots, it means a lot of things, but mostly it means gather up arms. Buy yourself some cute winter boots in all different sizes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
it's just so dumb because they're putting their faces online saying you can buy these cute winter boots.
Mm-hmm.
What time, where at in the freaking city, and everything. Like they're putting all the information out online.
So
for
they,
this secret meetups and shit. It's so stupid.
yeah, they said that you can see it on Twitter too. I just looked up something. It says, well, like you said, you're talking about the sizes. It says when sizes of boots are discussed, they are actually speaking of types of weapons. They are also revealing locations where ICE will be in order to protect illegals. And it's a hashtag on TikTok being used.
So it is good.
I would say they're also discussing on how they will ass Nate certain leaders in the country. I said it that way for reasons, but
Yeah.
burn down buildings and houses and go face to face with ICE and with their selected arms. Crazy shit, man.
Some of them are talking about make sure you wear boots that are too big for your feet and platforms so they can't tell you what height you are. Wear juggalo makeup so they can't. It tricks facial recognition, and it sounds like they got all their information off of fucking like a fucking bad war movie.
If you search on Twitter or X, whatever, cute winter boots, there's a video, it's like 3 down. It gives a good breakdown of all that shit too.
Like,
Fucking
is
crazy,
this thing
man.
like legit?
Yeah.
Yes.
People are trying to start some sort of like almost Antifa like shit, man. It's what it sounds like to me, you know.
Who is the person that
X is not working for me right now.
Sarah Fields. Sarah is censored. Sarah Fields. I don't know who that is. I just saw the video of what looks like a person who is explaining it fairly well, because the tweet is written out well and explained well. So it's
is it hashtag cute winter boots? Because I just put cute
no,
winter boots.
just put cute space winter space boots, and then it should pop up on their top. It's like the 3rd video down. Sarah is censored. Is the tweet? Do you see it?
I think my internet is completely shit in the bed.
Is it? Your video and audio look okay.
Well, Rebel's been lagging for me.
It's my internet.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
But like X is fucking up on me now too.
Oh, his video.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. You said in top, right?
It's in top. Yeah, it's Sarah is censored, and it was like 2 days ago. Some of these people post so much that it's hard to find posts that they make, even with 2 days past. They literally have like 100 posts in between. It's insane.
Oh, you mean like Joe Rogan?
Yeah, he only posts like once a day or some shit, doesn't he? No, the guy's name. Hold on, the guy's name is. Okay, where's the video? Yeah, go to fucking Sarah. Oh God, I wish I could just find it.
I've got it. I got it.
Do you see the guy in the beanie?
Yeah, the video of it.
Talking. Yeah, I think that's a 1 minute explanation or so. And then she has a explanation of what it is they're talking about.
Oh, there it is. I see it. Sarah Fields.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've seen this. This guy's just saying how he's ex-military and he's like, "Don't try it." I've seen that video.
Oh, is that what he's saying?
Yeah.
Oh, I was just thinking, I didn't listen to it because I didn't want to interrupt our podcast, but it looked like it might have been having something to do with what she wrote out in her tweet or her post.
I can share the tweet and we can play the video.
Did you listen to it or already?
I have heard it.
Oh, okay.
Before I've seen the video. Like I said, I've been on that.
You're in that rabbit
I have
hole.
it up if you want me to share it.
Yes.
If you want to listen to the video.
I've never heard it, but sure. Is it like appropriate or I mean it goes on TikTok, so clearly it probably
it's
is.
on TikTok. I mean,
yeah. I didn't think you can sneeze wrong on TikTok. They ban you.
You're like gonna have to let me know if you can hear it. That's the biggest thing.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
I went down the rabbit hole because of a video that came across my feed about these cute winter boots. I want you to take a word of advice. I've seen a lot of these videos. I've seen the people that are making these videos, for what reasons they're making these videos. Take it from a dual service veteran. There are over 20 million of us in this country that love our country and will not see any detriment come to it. So I'm telling you, think twice about what you're willing to do and what steps you're willing to take, because it won't end well. I don't want to see any violence. I don't want anybody to bring any violence. But if you bring it to our doorstep, Lord help you. Go in peace.
It wasn't really nothing.
He didn't even. He just like mentioned it. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of other weird crap surrounding that. I don't know if I want to get into that. I'll let Rebel be the dig into that rabbit hole.
Yeah. I
You
want
can
to
tell
see
me about
like
it.
like 17 videos in a row on my feed now. It takes some scrolling to get past cute winter boots.
If you watch one full video, then now you're screwed. That's what happens.
Or
yeah.
my mistake is people were saying they kept using, go to your search it, go all the way to the hashtags, click on the hashtag, just because I guess they were being censored or whatever, and that's the way that people were getting it out, was doing that. I didn't know that. I did what they said, and now I'm stuck in that fucking rabbit hole.
I can't tell if it's mine. No, it's not mine. You got Rebel, your video is behind your audio for some reason.
He said it was his internet earlier.
Oh.
Yeah, my internet's fucking up.
Yeah, it's like about a second behind or something like that. I can't tell if it was mine or yours. Okay, all right, we can manage.
Yeah, it was doing it for me earlier too.
Okay.
Yeah, my meter keeps going down to red.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I want to like with this whole hashtag bullshit that they're talking about. Like, I kind of want to. I'm waiting to see some news reports on if this thing is actually a thing or is it just a new fucking trend.
Oh no, there's people getting
People
arrested
talking
for it already.
shit.
I don't know if it was exactly for the new winter boots, but there's been people that were arrested either yesterday or today for making threats on TikTok.
So they're just trying to protect deportation, people from being deported.
Everything.
Mm.
It started off as that, but now it's just like full on.
Oh, I
set
get
fire
it.
to buildings, attack cis white males.
How,
I didn't think the left liked guns.
Why would they? Well, there's one thing too, and then why would they make some code word that is so awfully close to what it is they're discussing? Anyways, like, okay, everybody knows, code words are generally probably not related much to whatever it is you're discussing, whatever action is being taken, or whatever the case may be, because they're code words. You're not supposed to be able to put them together and go, oh, this is cute winter boots, cute winter boots, and they're talking about ice. Like,
yeah,
how stupid are you people?
Ben and Jerry's is also one of their code words. Ben and Jerry's is also one of the code words for ice.
Ice cream. Come on, guys. Like, what? They can't be serious, dude. You can't be serious.
I like I said on that one, like. I'm surprised the left actually knows how to operate weapons. The radical ones. Let me preface that.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because there are some guys out there that, we don't share, same views and all that stuff. But hell, I'd take them out and let them shoot with me any fucking day. You know what I'm saying?
I respect the hell out of an old school Democrat, man.
Yeah.
100%. They're not what you see today. Not at all. Yeah.
I saw a video of one dude talking about like different legal weapons you can use, and one of them was like a punk bracelet, the leather band with the spikes on it. It's like, take that off and wrap it around your fist. It does a lot of damage. Trust me, I've used it before. That thing would kill your fist
Yeah, these people are
more
violent,
than it would
dude.
hurt them.
Yeah.
Some people are just
Violent, dude. It's so violent. Why?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, common sense ain't a thing no more. There's that. So.
Yeah, there's like people making YouTube videos about it now. Cute winter boot. Woke TikTok secretly tries to plan attack on ICE agents. Wow. Dark trend taking America by storm. Cute winter boots on TikTok. Wow.
I just think that it's funny that they're gonna defend against federal agents, like single-handedly. They're gonna take down a whole fucking squadron, like they're fucking Rambo.
I've trained with some of them CBP guys before, and they're not ones for fucking old Joe Bob off the fucking street to fuck with. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
They are more trained than most local law enforcement.
You should
Well,
probably.
a lot of people are saying they're military trained. They're semi-military trained.
It paramilitary. It's most state police go through a paramilitary style training.
Like sheriffs and shit.
Well, I mean, you got to think most state troopers or whatever, their backup could be up to 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
So they've got to be able to kind of.
I went to a police academy to be a corrections officer because Nevada State Corrections is an actual peace officer. It's not, you're not like a security guard. You're an actual peace officer. It's like a class 3 or whatever peace officer. And the academy for peace officer is a joke compared to, military.
Like I said, that's why I said most state police. Like I've dealt with the Texas State, Georgia State, Louisiana State. Like I've dealt with those guys before and seen what they, like their training and all that stuff. Now most of them,
they're more trained than your backyard shooter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%. Well,
they receive some sort of professional, tried, tested, and true training based on a long, vast experience of what works and doesn't work, and technique, more so than some guy in his backyard shooting off his fucking 357 every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot more.
They're way more trained than somebody that's hurt by words.
Absolutely.
A keyboard warrior, yeah.
Your words pierced me so deep. Like, what?
It hurts.
Shut up.
You shut your mouth. Shut it. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
Shut your damn whore mouth.
Yeah, some of this shit's so funny, dude.
I just think it's hilarious, bro.
Yeah.
It's hilarious to me. Like, I don't understand.
I've been scrolling a lot of TikTok.
People
watching dumb shit.
In the last week, people have been losing their absolute minds, dude. And honestly, like, most of the people that are losing their absolute minds, nothing has really even happened to them directly at all.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. I'm loving every bit of it.
Oh, it's great. It's fucking phenomenal.
People are pissed that somebody came in and started doing exactly what the hell he said he was going to do. Like, doing it. All right. What's next on the checklist? Oh, this. Okay. Done. What's next? Done. It's crazy that people see that and just lose their minds. I'm like, I mean, people voted for somebody who said they're going to do all these things, and he's holding to it. At least for the most part, I would think. I don't agree with every damn thing, but a very, very large portion of it for sure.
Yeah, that's my biggest thing is like, a lot of people like, I like to keep my far leftists on my Facebook. I really do.
I don't like,
and I don't post anything, but I just watch to realize how actual, like, how far radical somebody can go.
Yeah.
You know, because some people in the misconstrued shit, like we were talking about before we got on this, and we're not going to go into it or whatever, like all that, but like the Elon shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I watched somebody on Facebook absolutely lose their fucking mind about it. And I'm just sitting here and I'm like, I know you're smart. Well, like, and I know they are. I know this person. You know, I've been stationed with them.
Yeah.
But just absolutely lose their fucking mind. And I'm like, and I know you're fucking smart. You know, and then finally, all I did was I sent him a video. The clip. That's all I sent him. I was like, you're going to hate me. I was like, but I just want you to watch it. I was like, because I know you did.
Yeah.
I was like, because I know you didn't watch the entire thing go on that day.
No. It's always the little snippet of propaganda bullshit that they try to push to make it think, you know, make it look bad.
Yeah. And I got to tell you,
it always is.
They still fought with me.
Yeah. Oh, I bet.
They still fought with me.
I bet. Well, here's the thing. You're going to see what you're looking for. That's exactly what you're going to find. If you're looking for that, you're going to see it. That's just the fact of the matter. I mean, look around the room, count up everything that's fucking red in your room, and then look forward and try to recall how many things were brown or fucking blue. Like, seriously, if you're only going to see what you're looking for.
Well, that's like, I mean, that's
and go look at everything, you know?
I mean, social media on the right is the same fucking way, dude.
Exactly.
I mean, it is, you know, because they're going to be like, oh, this, then this, you know, whatever the fuck they say on all that stuff, right? And it's like, okay, take a second to stop scrolling fucking TikTok.
Yeah.
And fucking and do some research.
Look at it from a neutral perspective.
Yeah.
And because the far right neo-Nazis are saying, yeah, it was a Nazi salute. I'm like, no, you dumbasses are wrong too.
Well, that's the problem. It doesn't matter. You can go far right and far left, and like you said, take them in your room. You can have them sit there and prove to them, yeah, I have 6 red lights, and show them I have 6 red lights, but they'll still argue with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I only
have
saw
6 red lights.
I only saw 7.
That's the issue.
Yeah.
On the far spectrum of both sides, and it's on both sides.
It's
they're absolute fucking morons.
It is, man.
I've seen the video of a dude that was showing, like, it was a skit, but it was saying, like, the far right is calling for this, and then the far right, blue. He was saying how similar that they are, far left and far right. Like,
it's
they're
incredible.
both okay with segregation. You know, they're both.
Yeah, Antifa, right? Well, they're basically fascists because they want to control what everybody says and does.
Why do you think a lot of these older, like, Republicans, when they were younger, were Democrats, and they've swapped to Republicans? Because old school Democrats are your new school Republicans.
Like
it's kind of
middle or center,
right. Center right.
Yeah.
And I lean a little more right than center right, but I'm still like, yeah, this shit makes sense. That makes sense. I don't care. This shit makes sense. That makes sense.
Said I'm a gun-toting, tree-hugging hippie. So I'm centrist, but I'm also just a cunt hair right.
Yeah.
Well, here's my thing. You know, the way that I look at it, you know, if I could talk to somebody and they can, you know, their views, you know, their views lean more left, right? But yet they're like, I don't agree with this. I'm like, okay, cool. You're not part of the left. You're not part of anything at that point, really. You're just part of okay, what fucking makes sense in your fucking brain, right? And what does right look like to you? You know, but you can see both sides. Like, you're open-minded enough to form your own opinion, you know, like with fucking Trump. Like, there is shit that he is doing right now that I'm like, really, bro?
Yeah, the one that I don't really think is quite right is the 14th Amendment thing with the birthright citizenship. I think that's a bit off. I think it's a bit off, my personal opinion. That's the Constitution. That's an amendment. You need you need a majority in the House and Senate and 3/4 of the states to agree on an amendment, to ratify an amendment to the Constitution, which you'd have to change the 14th Amendment. And my thought on the 14th Amendment and anything written in the Constitution is it's fucking plain as day, black and white. There should be no reason why a 7th grader couldn't read it and understand what the fuck it says. Serious, like it is not meant to be broken down to the molecule by lawmakers who think they need to insert their thought and process onto it. It literally says what it says.
Yep.
It says, you know, exactly what it says.
If you're born here, you're a naturalized citizen. Period.
Even if your parents snuck in and they weren't supposed to be here.
My personal opinion, I don't think you should be allowed.
What?
I don't.
Oh, the anchor baby thing or whatever.
The anchor baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you should be allowed.
And that's fine, right? That's fine. But that has to be submitted into Congress, approved by Congress and the Senate, and change it. If people don't like it, change it. Yeah. You know,
I don't think that one's going to go through.
My opinion. I don't think you should be like naturalized just because you were born here, because you do have a crap ton of people sneak over the border just to have their kid here, to have that leverage.
Yeah,
and then they get to stay.
And people use it to that. You know what I mean? They use it to their advantage, like against what the policy and the law says. Which I mean,
Now, if you're here on a work visa, you're here on a visa, you're here any way, shape, or form like that legally, I have no issues with it. And you have a kid here, guess what? That kid's an American citizen.
I think the question people have is jurisdiction. Like maybe they just don't understand what the word means, I guess. I don't understand that. Like if you have to be born in the United States under the jurisdiction of the United States. But like that just means like if you're basically within the borders of the United States, you're under the United States jurisdiction.
The jurisdiction.
Like that's
and its territories, technically.
Yeah. You are now you can be prosecuted, and you must uphold and not break the laws of the United States because you're in their jurisdiction now. So you're technically in their jurisdiction of it. So, you know, I just think that's the way it's written now, and I don't think there should be any digging in. Like, there isn't like adding to or taking away from it. It literally just says what it says. And if enough people don't like it, they should vote and have it changed. You know?
Yep.
That's how this shit works. But like, that's just not how it was written. That's all.
Yeah.
I know. Like,
and a lot of people are getting them.
Yeah. Go ahead,
the only problem I have with it is the whole anchor baby situation. Yeah. Now, if you're here legally and you have a kid here, even if you're not a U.S. citizen, I feel your child should have the choice. You know, my father wasn't born here. My father was born in Germany on an American Army base.
Yeah.
And when he turned 18,
that's under the jurisdiction of America.
Under the jurisdiction, but it was still born in Germany. So when he was 18, he had to choose whether he wanted to be a German or American citizen. And of course, by that time, they were back in the States.
Yeah.
But he was born in Germany. His birth certificate's all in German. Yeah. He had to have a special copy made in the by some special place here in Vegas to make so you know what it says, you know. So
I mean,
translated.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I mean, there's
a dang word for a second.
There's a lot of countries out there though that do not allow that. Like even if you're on a work visa, they're gonna be like, no.
Yeah. And see, and I don't believe in that. I think that child or person should have the choice as he grows older, because he was, say, like my dad was born in Germany, but obviously that he's American. My grandparents were American. He was just in the Army, stationed there. When he turned 18, he had the choice. Even the German government gave him the choice. Are you going to be a German citizen or are you going to be an American?
Oh, okay.
Of course, he chose American.
See, but I think that the reason that he could pick an American citizen, if he wasn't born on base, say they were just on
Oh
a
yeah, no,
trip to
I mean,
Germany and he was in fucking a hospital in
yeah,
Munich,
he was born in Landstuhl.
he has the choice of being the citizenship under what one of his parents are.
Mm.
I could
I
kind of
think
see
it's
that
I'm
too.
not sure, but I think it's the father.
It's based off of what citizenship your parents hold, and maybe one's from one country or one's from the other. You kind of have a choice, really, I suppose. You know, I think people need to have a little bit more freedom and that kind of thing. That
So like
you're
Tuna
born
said,
on an airplane.
a lot of these countries
over
won't let
fucking
you.
France.
yeah.
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, there's a lot that definitely don't, for sure.
Most countries won't give you that option at all. Period.
My cousin was born in Germany because my uncle was in the army, so he was born overseas too, but he's an American citizen. I don't know if he had to do the same kind of thing. I thought he was just an American citizen right when he was born, because both of his parents were U.S. citizens. But
it probably is more like that now. Of course, my dad was, he was born in 1956.
Yeah, my cousin was born about 1980 or something like that. So, I don't know what the law was then. I just
Sofas change over time.
Yeah,
he got to pick whether he was East Berlin or West
100% change.
Well, because I mean that's
born in the 80s.
Yeah.
Well, that's part of it too, especially like military babies and all that stuff. A lot of it goes off SOFA. Like how all that works.
SOFA, for people that didn't know, is a status of forces agreement.
It's the agreement that U.S. military agrees with another country or whatever to be able to occupy a space to have a military base.
Yeah.
So,
what applies, what doesn't apply, what you can and can't do, what we agree upon, basically.
Yeah. So, I
guess. Go ahead.
Well, for Japan specifically or whatever, we got a special work visa or whatever, and we can only be, depending on our orders, we can only be there a certain amount of time, and we'd have to go back to the Japanese government if we extended to stay in that country longer.
Mm-hmm.
It's a huge thing with the Japanese government. Yeah. So there are those things in place.
Say if you're in Germany or like you were in Japan, you have to abide by Japanese law, of course, because you're in Japan. Mm-hmm. But you also have to abide by American law still as well, right?
Well, it depends on if you're on the base or off the base or whatever, but you can still get, if you get in trouble. Yeah, I mean, some Japanese law does still apply, driving law. Like there are some driving laws or whatever. But I mean, once you're on a federal installation, technically you're on a U.S. soil.
Yeah, so you're under the jurisdiction of
the United States. Yes.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that old.
But if you, there's a lot of there's a lot of like in Japan, there's a lot of Japanese people that will work on the base too, and if someone commits some sort of crime against a Japanese national, like a citizen, Japan is gonna want to fuck you up too.
Oh, and they do,
and they 100% do. Not just the U.S. Like you're gonna get it twice if they don't just kick you over and say deal with it.
That's that's kind of like a can add to but can't take away situation. Yeah, you're always going to go off the stricter rule because we might have be more lenient on certain things, and Japan might be more lenient on certain things. Whichever one's stricter, that's the one you're going to follow.
Yeah, generally.
I mean,
just don't be a dumbass. That's all you got to do.
They're more strict on tattoo laws. We're more strict on selling used panties and vending machines.
Well, I mean, tattoos or whatever over there, it's not necessarily laws and all that shit against it. It's more just a culture thing.
Yeah.
Like going to the onsens or whatever, like if you're in rural ass Japan where it's not fucking westernized or whatever, they literally, they hit you with this or whatever because they see a tattoo and they're like, get the fuck out. And it's like, all right, cool. Yeah. And you just respect the culture type thing. But, I've dealt with, just being cop I've dealt with seeing both what, on both sides of it, like what happens. And, sometimes Japanese government's like, we just don't want to fucking deal with it, because it's not something that, like, yes, it's a, it goes against their culture. It's a fuck crime and all that. But they're like, you know what? I don't even want to deal with it. And so then they kick it over to us. But then there's times where we're like, okay, let's try to save this motherfucker because he's going to go to, getting some shit. And Japan's like, nah, fam, not happening, know?
Or a long sleeve shirt. Cover them up.
Yeah, just wear a nice collared shirt and something a little like business casual. You're all right. Be professional.
Yeah.
That's all.
Most places around a base, they don't give a shit about tattoos.
Yeah.
They know.
Oh, yeah. You go off base right there and like nobody gives a shit at all. In fact, some of them have tattoos.
I would probably say within about a 40-mile radius of the base. It's kind of like, because we travel out, and we never had, and hell, even like in Sendai, which is a few hours away, really never had any issues.
Yeah.
In some places you'd walk off the beaten path and they kind of look at you weird or whatever. But, when you walk in pale as fuck, they're like, oh, yeah, this fucking dumb American. And they just, whatever. You know?
Even in the places that
American,
I went to, like Atsugi, from between Tokyo and Atsugi, pretty much it didn't, like, nobody gave a shit. Even in like Roppongi and places like that, like, nobody gave a shit. That wasn't like a problem. I think you're probably more like what you're talking about, more remote villages type of thing, like more remote areas. It's far less westernized,
Yeah, and aren't as touristy either.
Right. Nobody really goes to them.
Yeah, I mean, the whole island of Okinawa or whatever might as well be. It's almost like tiny America, except driving on the wrong side of the fucking road. Yeah. And because everywhere you go, people are going to speak English. But I mean, you've got 4 different bases on the fucking island?
Yeah.
4 or 5? Like I'm pretty sure it's probably more of an American population because of those bases than there are Japanese, honestly.
Yeah. That's crazy. How that changes things over time.
Yeah.
Most of the places and ports you would go to too, like the U.S. Navy hits ports all over the world. Like if you go to those places or anywhere near them, like tons of people are speaking English, and they're very, culture is very westernized. And so when you go there, you're like, you're not in the United States, and there's still the culture of the country that you're in that's there, but it's also very westernized as well. And a lot of people speak English or broken English, and and you can get by just fine. So
but it also makes sense, for the the local economy there too, for people to learn English, because they're probably going to get a better job by understanding English.
Oh yeah.
Because they can communicate. That's kind of like here in America or whatever, freaking, we've got a heavy, a very heavy Hispanic population in the United States. Learning Spanish, you've already got a 1-up.
It's good to know a little bit.
Yeah, and then like up there around Flint, knowing probably 5 different languages, but it's a heavier, Middle Eastern culture up there.
Like Michigan, as you're talking about, Flint, Michigan?
Yeah, Flint, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, or just in general, kind of where you're at, like what is the demographics there? Learning that specific language, you're probably going to have a leg up somewhere and be able to get a job. So it makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Going on at the school in Texas, you had like your choice of foreign languages you had to learn in high school, and Spanish, German, French, and Greek. Not Greek, but
I don't remember any others besides those.
The old Latin.
Oh.
Latin,
yes.
yeah.
And I looked at everybody else, and I'm like, you're taking French? Good luck using that, You're
Unless you're going to go to Louisiana or Canada.
Yeah. You're learning German? Yeah. You're never using that. The option is Spanish.
Yeah.
Dude,
That is the number one you should be learning.
Dude, in elementary, we were being taught Spanish.
Mm.
Yeah.
You were
Like in
wearing-
elementary school, you know, it was one of those things. It's like, this is what they teach. But I mean, Southeast Texas,
Mhm.
you know, I mean, the whole southern, pretty much Mexican border, you know, that's a huge Hispanic population. No matter what part,
Yeah.
you know, what state you're in across, if it's connected to Mexico, you're going to have a huge Hispanic population.
I didn't, when I was going through school, like elementary school, I went in Carlsbad, California. So it's southern San Diego County.
Mhm.
But I don't remember ever learning any like Spanish in school or anything like that. They may have spoke some Spanish words or phrases here and there, but I just don't remember. I mean, I did when I walked to school, I walked by a lot of, you know, migrant workers and stuff that were like trying to get jobs or asking for money. But that was a pretty normal day though. I think we lined up on the sidewalks, like down the sidewalk.
In elementary school, we learned like how to count to 100 in English, Spanish, and French.
Yep.
Mhm. Yeah, we learned
That
some.
was like one thing.
I didn't teach none of that shit here.
I remember
Hell,
more.
it wasn't even a requirement to take a foreign language in high school.
Really?
I didn't
I had
have
to
to.
do
It was
one.
a requirement, but because I was special ed or whatever it's called, IEP now, whatever.
Individual
have to take
education
one.
plan or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh. I did
Oh,
I did a class of Spanish. What was your Spanish name in your Spanish class? Because everybody gets one. Do you remember?
I didn't take Spanish.
Oh, you didn't take it?
I worked in the food industry and learned Spanish that way. And I
Oh.
was travieso.
Mine
Means trouble.
Mine was Francisco. Spanish class. You got to pick your Spanish name. That's cool.
I just passed the class because I had to take it.
Yeah.
That was one of my buddies that I'd been going to school with for years. He was a Mexican dude, and it was a requirement. So he took it, and he did all over.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, it was great. I was like, why are they letting you take this? And he goes, I don't fucking know.
My daughter,
All right, bro.
My daughter took like 3 years of French, and I don't think she speaks any French at all.
Yeah, in high school I had my girlfriend was in like Spanish 3. That means she went through 3 years of Spanish.
Yeah.
And me working at a fast food restaurant for 1 year, which she worked at as well. I knew more Spanish than she did in the 3 years she took in high school.
Well, but you also learn like different, you know, the more dialects too, because what they teach in school is the actual like dictionary proper, you know, kind of like
It's
Which
Spain.
you know,
when
people
speak that into them, they're like, "You
Yeah, in
fucking
Spain,
weirdo."
really, yeah.
It's Spain.
Yeah.
Spain. Spanish from Spain is a little different.
yeah, but you know the different, but it's kind of like with, you know, in the States, we get so many different fucking dialects,
Well,
you know, really.
Yeah, and in like in Spanish too, there's differences between whether you're referring to a male or a female or who's saying it. And same in like a lot of different languages that I noticed on who says what. Like in Thailand as well, in Thai, there's differences between males and females and how they say things.
Yeah.
So like if you're saying like a example would be sawadee cup, right? That's what a man would say to a person, like a, I don't know, like a greeting type of thing. And if you're a female, it's sawadee ka. So it's slightly different. Which
it's
they're
kinda
like
in
Spanish too, you know, you have
Spanish, you got anything that's O is male and I is female.
right, bambina, bambino differences, you know.
Yeah. Stupida, stupido.
Right. Puto, puta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People know those.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, the lady that used to watch kids in San Antonio or whatever, they were like, she was like, they're gonna speak Spanish in here. I said, I don't care. Please do it. like, yes, I would love them to learn that, you know. And Piper got really good at it.
I think if you learn enough to understand, you know.
Yeah.
When I was learning Spanish, I was working at a fast food Italian restaurant, and I also found out how similar Italian and Spanish is.
Spanish art, yes.
They are.
So close to the language.
Yep.
A lot of the times, if you know like the actual like the proper Spain form of Spanish or whatever, you can understand Italian.
Mm-hmm. Some of it, yeah.
Yeah. You can get by.
Yeah, if you can understand context clues and shit of Spanish, then you can understand Italian pretty well as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
For sure.
It's kind of like learning slang, you know? Like if you understand what the slang, under what context the slang is being said, then you can understand what's being said.
Except for all this skibbity bullshit nowadays. I don't fucking.
The hell's a skibbity?
There ain't no context in that. I don't know. I see it on
Skibbity
TikTok
means
every
bad.
so often.
It means bad?
Something like that. I don't. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I thought it was like something to do with a toilet or something like that.
It did. But yeah.
Like I said, I've seen it on TikTok, and I'm like, there is no context for this. This just sounds like somebody that's very ignorant.
Have you seen the guy that makes up words and to his class, like a teacher or something, and he makes up words and uses them as like what do you call it?
He's good at it too.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is the new fucking slang. You're not using it?
Yeah, what? You know, he acts like they're just not hip enough, you know, but he's just completely like gaslighting the shit out of them, dude. It's like,
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing that at work, bro.
Look at his TikTok. He has a TikTok, I think. And yeah, he's like a teacher, and then he goes and gives you like 3 words. All right. He gives you like 3 words that he made up and tells you what he makes up them as like the meaning of, and then uses it on his class.
I'm gonna see if I can find his videos.
It's pretty funny. Like, guys,
there was a guy that we were friends with when I was just out of high school, and he was becoming taking the courses and all the tests to become a prison guard, and he would come to me and ask me what certain fucking slang words that they were using in prison meant, and I didn't know. But I was like, in context, this is what it means, you know?
Yeah. I heard one recently that there's a lot of different terms that they evolve and change over time too, I think. Like where did I hear it? I heard that it might have been the different in prison, like you're talking about, Rebel, in prison, the different, you know how prison is segregated, right?
Yeah.
The different races, they segregate themselves, and they call those cars, I guess. Like each different racial group is called a car or something, to stay in your own car, some shit like that, or carriage or car. I can't remember. I think it's a car. That's what they call it. It's like, what the fuck? I've never even heard of that. It was just some guy who got out of prison was explaining it. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, yeah, you don't necessarily have to be, you know, a white supremacist, but you better fall in line with, you know, moving around with the white people in prison, or you're just gonna get killed. And the same with all the other races, you know, black guys or Mexican guys, they all have to stay in their different cars, is the way he was explaining it. I'm like, holy shit, man.
Until you get the gangs, and then they'll separate them out even further.
Yeah. Found one of the videos. All right, we'll watch this.
Yeah.
Funny shit. Live audio?
Turn it up some.
Making up Gen Z sounding slang words and then gaslighting my students into thinking they're real, part 2. These are 3 new ones I'm about to start implementing. The first one, parked. A parked car is not moving. It's boring. It's done. It's over, right? So you'd say, oh my gosh, it's not even lunch yet. This day is absolutely parked. Or maybe someone's like, hey, how's that new movie you saw? You're like, parked. Not worth it. Number 2, pebbles. This basically means easy. Like if there's a boulder or mountain in your way, that's bad. But if it's just pebbles, smooth sailing, right? Someone was like, hey, how was that test? Absolutely pebbles, brother. Or maybe a friend was like, oh, I'm so sorry, I forgot to bring you your charger. You're like, All pebbles. Number 3, Turk. Tarzan was my favorite movie as a kid, and Turk was Tarzan's best friend. So this is just another way of saying your bestie, your day one. Someone's like, do you know Johnny? You're like, Johnny? That's my Turk. Or if you were to invite someone over.
Hold on. The other day we were talking about Rosie O'Donnell movies, and I said the only one she was good in was League of Their Own and
Tarzan.
Flintstones. Tarzan
Oh.
too. I do take that back. She was her voice was awesome in that.
Over, you're like, dude, you gotta come over to my house. All the Turks are coming through. Anyway, the best part is since I
That sounds racist
in the area, if a middle schooler's like, no one uses these words, they're not real. I'm like, oh no, at the high school, yeah, you guys wouldn't know. You're just 8th graders, but yeah, these are used all the time at the high school. Making up Gen.
This guy is
That's hilarious, bro.
He has like so many. He's literally brainwashing these kids into thinking that all these words are like popular. It's so ridiculous, dude.
But parked it was like there's a comment. Parked is legit. Park is fucking legit.
It does have potential,
yeah.
It does for sure.
I mean, look at our slang. Like what tight meant cool, meant good.
Yeah.
Like what
rad.
That's how it all starts. It really does.
Our slang was way cooler, I think, though.
Like, and then cap. That one, I was like, what?
Yeah, I don't understand that. Cap.
Or bet. When somebody said bet, I started saying that. I'm like,
bet.
I
do
get it, but I'll start using it.
See, I did start using that one, like, whenever I had all, like, the younger kid. It is just one of those, was like, bet. Like, that's all I ever heard. Then I'm like, all right, bet. I'm like, all right, whatever. I found myself, I was like, shit, I'm using it.
Bet on that.
You know?
It kind of makes sense, that one, a little bit. The rest of them, I don't know if there's any others that quite make sense.
One that does kind of make sense, but it's still dumb. Riz, short for charisma, so it does make sense. But it's still dumb.
It doesn't.
Somebody has Riz.
Yeah, but like, rizzing people up. Like, no, you're not. Yeah. Like, charisma is not something you could just practice on people.
No.
You kind of either have it or you don't. Really, I mean,
the real charisma. I don't know any of the slang bullshit.
Yeah.
I knew some of the slang, like you were talking about, the prison slang, of course.
Yeah.
Like the car.
Well, you kind of had to be up on that too, you know?
You got to learn.
My favorite slang was kite. Kite, like a kite, like you're flying a kite.
Yeah.
That's when they're passing notes on a string.
Really?
Or fishing.
Mm-hmm. Oh. So they take like an envelope or a note or something like that, and you fling it from under the door of one cell to another on a fucking string called a kite.
Really, I didn't know that.
And they'll go fishing for kites.
They'll go fishing for kites. Yeah.
The person that's receiving it will throw out a line underneath their door and try to catch the kite and bring it back in.
Bring it to reel it in. They're fishing.
Damn. I didn't know that.
Used to catch a lot. I'd walk out the door, you would see them all the kites go.
I learned that one from lockup in MSNBC, man.
Yeah.
I used to tell them though, because when I was there, you wouldn't see a lot of kites because they knew, like, if I see kites out there, I'm just gonna write you up because it's against the rules. And most officers, they don't want to do the time. I tell them, hey, just don't make me do paperwork. You make me do fucking paperwork, I'm going to do it very well.
Yeah.
I'm going to write you up for everything. So not only am I going to yank you out of your cell now, lock you in the shower, and fucking hit your house, I'm going to write you up for everything.
That's hitting your house.
I'm going to take your fucking TV. I'm going to take everything.
Fear-based compliance. I love it.
Just don't make me do paperwork. That's all I tell people. Tell them, don't make me do paperwork.
Yeah.
That sounds like me on an everyday shift. I told all my guys, I was like, look, if you talk to somebody, you can get out of doing fucking paperwork. I was like, so you motherfuckers need to learn to talk to people, because if I show up on scene, I was like, I'm telling you, I'm getting out of that motherfucker with paperwork unless they actually committed a fucking crime. You know, like if it's a verbal dispute and all this other bullshit, I'm gonna make the death sergeant write the fucking blotter entry, and that's it. Like, I'm about to walk out of that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Release or a cleared scene with warning or cleared scene. Hey, I told him to turn the music down. It's after 2200.
Hell nah. I say, clear last, all secure. They're like, anything? Nope.
Yeah.
And then they'll make me call them, and then they'll be like, really? I gotta do blood entries? Like, it's gonna be the easiest one you ever fucking wrote. But if I go back out there, we got problems.
My favorite thing was doing count, and you're walking around the cells counting the. You look in the window, you count individual, count, and then as you're walking by, you hear. Bzz, and I'm like, you motherfuckers. And then you walk over there, and the bitches are tattooing. Yeah. And then you look in there, and you're like, you don't belong in this cell.
How did you get in
I
here?
learned how to make prison ink, tattoo ink, when I was like in 9th grade. I had a buddy that just got out of the prison and had a bunch of tattoos he got done in there. He taught me how they made it. Baby oil and
Burn ash.
soot from burnt paper. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
That sounds.
And that's why all the prison tats look like shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And most
I don't know.
tons of
Some
people
of those
that,
prison tats look fucking amazing.
and tons
Dude,
of
I've
people that have them.
I've confiscated some ink that was like pure black, like it looked like real ink. Looked like real tattoo ink. And I've confiscated some guns, some homemade guns. I'm like, holy shit, that's legit. Like, that's pretty fucking good.
I mean, one of the most iconic tattoos in the world right now, or of all time, is a prison tattoo. It's the woman's face on Home Dude's and Machete's chest. Danny Trejo's chest.
That's what's her face, isn't it?
No.
That's
yes and no. Like it just was a coincidence that it looked
very coincidental, but yeah.
So I mean, I would guess there's probably artists that end up in prison.
I'm sure there's some.
My brother-in-law is one.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law, my wife's brother, half brother.
I mean, enjoy your hepatitis.
He's the one that did all of this. This is all him.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah.
I mean, there are exceptions. Yes, I'm not saying that every single one, but there are exceptions out there. But
I wonder.
90% of the fucking 98% of them you see, you're like, okay, what kind of disease do you have?
That's what I'm saying.
And that's gonna disappear in a couple years.
You got some fucking hepatitis.
How many times did it get infected?
HIV or some shit now. Good luck.
Yeah, enjoy your
tattoo. Fucking crazy.
What you do? Go to the infirmary to get some fucking cream for it?
Nah, man, Vaseline.
I couldn't imagine
commissary.
Yeah, especially once you work a unit for a year, you've been in that unit for quite a while. You can look and see the people that are in the cell, and you're like, all right, you don't belong in this cell. This ain't yours. Why are you in here? And then, of course, you look at them. They're like, all right, you're fucking tattooing. Now I got to do paperwork. So now I'm hitting your house, and I'm hitting your house because you're in the wrong house. So now your cellie has to get hit too. So now it's like,
and your cellie's about to be real mad.
Mm-hmm.
So what was everything's takeaway from the inauguration? Like you had Theo Vaughn.
When he fucking ate shit out of his chair. That shit was funny.
Yeah, I saw that.
I didn't watch it.
My takeaway was everybody in the crowd was going to have the best glutes at the end of that thing because they were constantly doing squats. Every other fucking sentence, they were standing up and fucking applauding. Sit back down, stand back up, applaud.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
I mean, I had it on in the background. My biggest thing is I just wanted to see what executive orders. Like, that's what I waited for the entire time. And it took for, ever. But then, of course,
dude,
the news stations right? So he starts to do the ones when he's in the fucking arena, right?
In the arena, sitting
And
at a table in front of thousands.
But every single one of the fucking news outlets cut when they were saying what it was. So you didn't even know what the fuck it was, and it was like, why did I wait for this? And so then we're like, all right, fuck it. So we just Googled it just to see exactly what all executive orders, because I was like, this is fucking dumb.
You had to
but
watch
I'm like,
it on
every
YouTube.
like even Fox News,
like
dude,
local Fox showed it. I heard.
No, I'm talking about
you're owned
like
by Disney now, you know.
Fox News. Yeah, I was on Fox News is what I was on, is what I'd been watching. Because I knew, I was like, okay, of all people, Fox News wouldn't, sit there and cut all that bullshit out. Even they did it. And so I'm sitting there like trying to go to all these different ones to find one. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Well, they're owned by Disney now.
Yeah. They're still, they're still not MSNBC and, all those others.
When I was watching on YouTube or something, it definitely explain what it was. The guy standing there would say what it was, and he would sign it, and keep moving on. But
I was just sitting there. Me and Ashley both were like, "What the fuck, dude?"
There was a lot of other little gaffes here and there that happened that people are they blow way out of proportion. Like when he was being sworn in.
Yes,
I guess the first lady hadn't quite made it up to the dais there when he was being sworn in as the president, and the judge had already started, and he was already starting to swear in.
Because they were behind.
Yeah. So the Bibles didn't get under his hand. And they're like, why on earth would he be sworn in, not swearing the Bible? I'm like, and half of the shit and the complaints were coming from like atheists or like people who didn't even believe in any of that shit anyways. Like, what are you doing?
They were so behind that technically we were without a president for about an hour to 2 hours.
What do you mean technically? How does that work?
Because at a certain time, President Biden's administration, his time is ended.
They ended at a certain specific time.
Which and when if he and Donald Trump wasn't sworn in for an hour to 2 hours after that time it ended. So there was a time, 2 hours, there was no president. Actually,
wouldn't the Speaker of the House been president for about that time? Because the administrator, so the vice president and the president are no longer the president and the vice president, right? At that moment in time, but the Speaker of the House is still the Speaker of the House, right? That's the next in line. That's third in line.
Until the new one's appointed.
So would it be technically like for that hour, the Speaker of the House was actually the President of the United States? Well, they hadn't been sworn in, so I guess not. So maybe you are
Wouldn't it be crazy if he signed an executive order that says that this stops that inauguration and he becomes the fucking president
in between? You got an hour. Hurry up.
Technicality. That would be fucking weird, bro. That would be like the smartest coup that ever happened.
It sounds like an NFL game, dude.
Gotcha.
Got him by a technicality, timing.
Oh, you mean like the whole entire Chiefs offense? Wait, what?
It's. That all that shit rotates around teams somehow or another in the NFL, except for like certain ones like the Browns. No one gives them any love.
Well, what I thought was
Bengals.
Bengals, nobody likes them.
Anyone in any team in Ohio.
Yeah.
You know what I thought was funny about the whole inauguration day and all that shit or whatever is everybody lost their minds over that fucking Marine when that flag smacked his fucking cap, dude.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And I'm sitting there and I'm like losing their absolute shit. I'm like, that's the most military bearing I've ever fucking seen, bro. Like,
he did exactly what he was
supposed to do.
Yeah. You fucking carry on smartly, dude.
He would not have gotten that job unless he was a fucking paper by the book fucking
I was like
fucking Marine.
Bro, you don't.
I just thought it was.
When they come down and say I need 4 bodies, And they're like, what's it for? Oh, they're going to be standing by at the presidential inauguration. You don't go pick your most brand new junior people who are you know, maybe a little below average at this point in their career and they haven't quite made it to the average. You don't send those people. Okay?
No, you pick
send
the
your
fucking top of the top.
Yes, you do. You pick the people who've been working their ass off that have great military bearing and deserve a shot to do something cool like that. You know what I mean? That you know will not fail, and that guy didn't fail.
Yeah.
He did the right thing.
You did.
Dude, I just thought that
right thing.
I'm a part of a bunch of military Facebook groups, and I just saw like all of these groups like losing their all but the Marine Facebook group. The Marine Facebook group that I'm a part of, I was like, it. Granted, they're all Marines, they understand, but like everybody else losing their fucking mind. I'm like, this is y'all don't know shit. And then of course now the civilian populace gets on it, and I'm like,
yeah. My friend's cousin's dad's a freaking lieutenant.
yeah.
Okay. Cool. Like, they don't.
That's
shut up. That's what.
That one got me. That one did irk me quite a bit.
It's like
another one that
come on, dude.
messed up of the inauguration that I am now a bigger fan of Carrie Underwood for the way she handled singing America the Beautiful when the sound wouldn't work.
Yeah, that was good.
And I'm less of a fan of Billy Ray Cyrus.
What did he do?
Oh, you didn't hear his fucking...
No, I haven't heard anything about
God, bro.
Billy Ray Cyrus. I saw the Carrie Underwood thing. I thought she did a great job without having the backing and stuff that she was supposed to have.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, everybody was like telling Miley they need to fucking like tell your dad to quit. Like, oh yeah, it was bad.
I'm now I'm intrigued. What did he do?
I'm getting you.
Fuck that up.
Can't play it.
Did he sing an anthem?
You probably can because there was no music going to it. It was just him singing words. And it wasn't even him singing, he was just saying it.
Yeah. If it flags when I upload it, then I just mute or I just do the little thing that filters out the music or whatever. It's fine. It's not a big deal.
There you go.
Or I can just chop that little section out. All right.
Take my horse, Old Town Road I go. I'm gonna take my horse to the Old Town Road. I'm gonna. I can't no more. Y'all can put your hands together now like that. If you encourage about, keep going. They told me to kill us.
His voice is gone.
It sounds like it's been modified somehow. Like the audio of the video has been modified or something.
Burn my clothes up when I'm gone. Come on, like this. Or you can tell your friend just what a fool I've been and laugh and joke about me on the phone. There you go.
Where's the music at?
It's there. It's just very faint in the background. But it was also because his guitar, the sound wasn't working. His guitar wasn't working.
Oh.
I'm done watching that.
You'd have to watch the whole like 12-minute video of it.
So he screwed up his own music. Okay, got it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it was not the greatest at all.
I mean, at least he didn't Milli Vanilli it. You know?
Yeah, this is true.
You guys remember Milli Vanilli?
Yep.
Yes.
Lip syncing
my thing
their own music.
Yeah.
Or what was it? Ashley Simpson.
It was Milli Vanilli was two guys that weren't even the actual guys that sang. The guys who were singing were some random like ugly like white dudes that had great voices, and they put these two like obviously reggaeton like model looking guys, black guys in front and to be the singers, but it wasn't them, and then people found out later on. We're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like they were lip syncing their music
the whole time, dude.
My theory is on the guitar not working was people like the people back there knew how fucked up he was and how disastrous it's going to be, so they didn't even turn on his guitar. He stood there for like 5 minutes on the mic, be like, turn on my guitar, we're gonna play some more music. Can you hear me back there?
He sounded horrible.
Somebody turn my guitar off.
Like, was he sick or something? Like, what happened there?
He was drunk.
Oh, he was drunk.
He was drunk as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll happen. Where was that at?
At the inauguration, not at the
Oh, I didn't
At
even see
the
that.
Liberty Ball.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even see that shit. That's wild.
Yeah, that was
man.
like later at night. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, I didn't see it till a couple days later. I was like, oh shit.
That was pretty bad.
Yeah.
That was
You want to wrap?
really bad.
Yeah. Yeah, we can wrap. Let's do it. Get the hell out of here. Remember, kids, boycott cute winter boots.
Yes.
Yes. Buy work boots, not cute winter boots.
Yeah. Use them for their purpose. They're not supposed to be.
Exactly.
Yeah. Don't fall into the trap of cute winter boots. All right, guys. We out?
Yep.
We out. All right.
Love you all, mean it.
My hands.
Oh, you mean it?